This is the plaintiff, Julio Perez. He says he brought his brand new phone to the defendant's shop to have the cracked screen replaced, and the foolish guy crazy glued the new one in. Now his phone doesn't work properly. It looks like a kid in kindergarten fixed it. And he's suing the shoddy repairman for $631.99, the cost of a new phone. This is the defendant, Dowry Reyes. He says the plaintiff didn't want to buy a new and expensive screen for his broken phone, so he decided to buy a used one, which was much cheaper. The used screen had a small scratch on it, but hey, it was used. The guy freaked out when he saw it, called the cops, and is now suing him for a new phone? Sounds like a scam to him. He's accused of a poor screening.
Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant screwed up his cell phone by gluing on the screen, but the defendant says the whole problem is the plaintiff is cheap. It's the case of a very sticky situation.
Thank you, Douglas. You're welcome. Julio Perez, you are suing CellSpot and OK Laptop Phone, represented here by Dowry Reyes, the manager, correct? Are you the owner or no?
Yeah.
You're also an owner? Okay. For $631.99, the estimate that you have obtained to get a brand new phone, because according to you, they botched the repair. Tell me what happened, first of all.
I had purchased a new phone just about a week after it came on the market. And 2 weeks later, I accidentally dropped my watch on the screen and it cracked.
Oh, what luck.
So I was asking people around at work. One of my friends told me about the defendant's shop, which I went there. And he told me to fix the screen will be $80.
Okay.
So he told me it will take about 30 minutes to replace it.
Okay.
So I waited there for 2 hours instead of the 30 minutes, he said. Nevertheless, he attached the screen to the phone, and when he showed it to me, I could see the lights inside the phone. The screen was raised.
Raised.
Correct. It wasn't snapped on correctly. I confronted him. I told him this is defective. If I accidentally drop a drop of water, it will just go through the phone and damage it. So he said, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll order you a new screen, come back in about a week.
So you come back and what happens?
So I come back, he had the new screen, and he worked on it for about 2-3 hours.
Okay. So you saw him try to what?
I saw him trying to force the screen onto the phone. The one he had apparently was too big. So then he calls his assistant and asks his assistant to bring the crazy glue. I was shocked. I'm like, I can't even watch this. So I walked out. I told him I'll be right back. So about an hour and a half, I come back. He had the screen snapped on the phone, but there were scratches on it. And also the functionality of the phone was defective.
How?
I tested out the phone when I make phone calls. Sometimes the screen doesn't go off.
Show that to me.
When you make a phone call.
Yeah, it has a little sensor here. And when you put it like near to the head, it just go off.
When you put the phone to your ear?
It's supposed to
it's supposed to turn off when you put the phone to your ear?
Yeah.
Why would it turn off? It needs, why?
No, the screen.
Oh.
Because with your ear, you can touch any functionality on the phone.
Oh, so what you're saying is that what he's saying is actually a built-in feature as opposed to a defect?
Yes.
Okay.
So instead of the screen getting disabled while you're making a call, it stays on.
Can you show me what you're saying? Can you prove to me what you're saying?
It happens on and off. And it's totally unpredictable.
Do you have anything from another authorized dealer that says that the phone has a problem?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I
Can you recreate the problem right now that you're saying?
I'm going to try now.
Can you go over there and see if you note the problem? While he's doing that, let me talk to you. He comes in for the repair of the glass because his is cracked. And the first glass that you put in, according to him, is raised.
Yeah, it was a kind of raised because the screen that we ordered online, it was used. So when I tried to put it in, it didn't go through because it didn't come with the frame.
Okay.
So the frame
then you ordered him one that came with the frame?
Yes.
And then that one was flush?
No, that one is working fine. He's using the phone right now.
Okay. So your complaint is that what?
the phone is defective. When I'm on the phone,
But how are you going to prove that to me if you can't recreate it right now, and you don't have, and it works perfectly fine according to my bailiff, and you don't have anything from a repair shop that says it's not working fine? How are you going to prove your case?
I called the cops on the spot because he didn't allow me to show the owner. He said, if you have a problem, you come through me, and that's the way the phone is going to be. So I showed the officer at the spot when the phone was acting up.
And did it act up in front of the officer?
It acted up in front of the officer.
Do you have a police report to prove that?
I have the police report.
Does it prove that?
It just states the complaint. It doesn't state that he tested it. He showed.
So you said something about there were scratches on the glass and that was part of your complaint about this too. Can I see that?
Sure.
Did you say any of that? Can I see the police report?
I told him that. He said, well, you pay for a used screen. Nevertheless, he charged me for the new screen $110. The original price was $80.
Wait, there's all kinds of scratches on this. Are you saying you got it this way?
That's the way he delivered the phone, yes.
With this enormous scratch on the left and this other enormous scratch here?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, and it's in the police report that the screen has scratches. Can I just ask you to take a look at the scratches and tell me, is that just to be expected because it's a used, I don't know. Tell me what your answer is.
Okay. Since it was a US screen, when I explained it to him, I told him it might have some scratches, but it's functionally working. The screen is perfect besides the scratches. When he asked me how much was gonna be the new screen, I told him that's gonna be too expensive. What I suggest you to do is...
How much was the new screen?
The new screen cost like $180. But the one that I sold it to him, that I put it on, I just put it $110. So he will save $70.
$70. All right. And now, according to you, he never told you that the screen was going to be scratched.
No, he never did.
Because he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who would say, yeah, sure, I don't mind. He strikes me as a difficult man.
Okay, so big standoff between the repair shop and the customer. Who wins?
Repair shop owner.
Why?
Because the customer
Okay, she's so wrong. Who wins?
So the customer wins because there should have been a proper protocol in which the repair shop owner documented the damages.
Oh God, you're so warm here. How do you document it on the
receipt?
Yes! We're done. Going inside the courtroom.
The difficult client is probably going to complain about a scratch. Do you have paperwork with him?
Yes, I have the
where
receipt.
It says that the used screen may have scratches, and he approved that beforehand?
Yes.
May I see it?
Okay. Here it says use screen.
Yeah, I know, used.
Okay.
Used does not mean there are scratches on the phone.
Yes, I know.
Used means used.
But on the description it says it might have some scratches. And I showed it to him all the description, and he was reading it, and he agreed to that.
Did he show you the screen that he was going to order on the internet?
No, he did not.
But you agreed to buy a used screen. You weren't buying a brand new screen. You know that, right?
Well, I was under the impression I was buying a new screen. That's why I'm paying $110.
Why? A new screen's $180.
According to him, he initially told me $80 for
How about just the paperwork? Don't you have something from him that says, that he... a used screen and he understands it may have scratches?
This is all I got, the receipt from him.
Right, and it doesn't say that he acknowledges that there are scratches on the screen. That would have been a better idea, right?
But
to have him, if you're sitting there showing him stuff and telling him you approve, right? It would be better to have him sign that he approves ordering that particular screen that has scratches. All right, here's how I find. I find the following. I don't think you're going to get away with having them refund to you the entire purchase price because you had a cracked screen and now you have just a scratch screen. I do, however, think that you haven't been able to prove that he approved of the scratches, in which case I would just put you in the position you were in beforehand and make them return your $110. You have what appears to be a working phone because you're still using it after all this time. You do not have anything from an expert saying that it doesn't work. And however, that phone does have some scratches. So in my infinite wisdom, brought to you from the Department of Rough Justice, both put your hands down because I'm done with both of you really. Rough Justice, I am going to order the defendant to repay a portion of the price back, and that is a verdict for the plaintiff in the amount of $50. That's my judgment.
Well, here's the plaintiff. How does $50 sound? Here.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
No? Why not?
Well, after having someone use crazy glue on your phone to try to fix it, I mean, now I cannot even get anywhere near a phone for $50. Not even a screen.
No, well, you seem, you weren't entitled to sue for a brand new phone.
Well, the phone is defective. It acts up. It's not really the same phone that I brought in. So right now, I'm really inconvenienced for the malfunctioning of the phone.
Yeah. All right. That's the way of the documents that you signed. Right that way. All right. And so come on in here and tell me, what do you think of the outcome here after fighting your case in there like that?
Well, seeing it was a US screen, he wasn't supposed to get any back because the phone is perfectly fine working, and the screen is the right one that goes on the phone.
Why do you think he sued for a brand new phone? What do you think he's up to?
He was trying to get a new phone because he dropped it and he damaged it, and now he wants a new phone.
Harvey?
Okay, here's the thing. If you've got an item that malfunctions and you go to court over the item because you say it was defective, videotape the malfunction before you go to court in case it doesn't actually work in court the way you want. At least you can have it on videotape showing the judge you're telling the truth. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.